Hi, I'm Leslie Likens with CXPA, and I'm here today with Karl Sharicz from Simplex Grinnell and Diane Majors from AT&T. They have very graciously served as our co-chairs for this year's CXPA Insight Exchange. It'll be held May 13th and 14th in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. And today we just wanted to give you a quick glimpse of why it's really worth your time and a valuable opportunity that you should consider this year. So, Karl, let's start with you. Do you want to kind of tell us what your most favorite part about the Insight Exchange is? Why do you come each year?
Well, I think it's the whole entire event is my favorite part, so it's really hard to pinpoint. I mean, you've got really fantastic keynote speakers. You've got sharing of tools and best practices amongst CXPA members. I think that when we get to that part, that unwound part where we get to all collaborate and work together and basically share ideas, I think I've had the pleasure of coming away from 3 of them now, 3 Insight Exchanges that I can literally say I've got a notebook full of ideas. I just don't have enough time to implement them all, but that's to me what really I take away from it every single time.
Hey, Diane, we talk a lot about networking and being with a community of peers who understand where you're coming from and what you're experiencing in a customer experience environment. Can you give us a little bit more tell us about the networking at the CXPA Insight Exchange and why member-to-member sharing is so important to us?
Well, I know a lot of times we all feel like, and when we're practicing customer experience, that we're all alone because we're doing a lot of new things and cutting a lot of new ground, establishing a brand new practice in most instances. And so meeting up with people who can kind of talk the same language and you can share ideas about what's worked, what hasn't, what are the biggest challenges, what are the new ideas. I've met people through all the Insight Exchanges that have remained friends and colleagues and peers over the years, and I pick up the phone and call them and share ideas and share challenges, and it's always good to have that support network and looking for new ideas and even co-creating new ideas with some of the folks that I meet at the CXPA.
Thanks, Diane. Hey, Karl, I know one of your favorite parts, one of my favorite parts, something that we get a lot of great feedback on is our show and tell session. Can you kind of explain what the show and tell session is? I know that you've actually done that, participated as a presenter for that.
Yeah, well, that's a really great experience. I mean, imagine a room full of tables that can hold up to 10 people and having 18 or 20 topics all going on at the same time. But the fun part is you get to pick the one that you want to attend. So usually it's about a 20-minute, and I wouldn't even call it a presentation. It's more of a talking about a topic and then everyone pitching in and collaborating what their experience is with a particular topic. So it may be something like if we were talking about customer scores like Net Promoter or Customer Effort Score, that collaborative discussion really puts some perspective on that. And I think that's a really great event. And what you also get to do is you get to pick a couple more. And we do that both days, both day 1 and day 2. We have those same topics that will be repeated on day 2. So you get to actually a chance to attend maybe up to 6 of them. So that's really exciting.
So if I hear you correctly, you get a chance of attending up to 6 different table topics, showing how various members at companies across the country, across the globe, are doing things, best practices in their customer experience program. Is that correct?
Right, and great new ideas. I mean, things that you've probably, thought about, never even tried. Now somebody else tried it, and they've got experience with it that they can share. So, walk away with some nuggets.
Absolutely. Hey, Diane, one of the other great things that CXPA does during the Insight Exchange is we announce our Innovation Award winners. Can you describe what that Innovation Award program is? What are we looking for Innovation Awards?
Oh, absolutely. These are the people who are really, as practitioners, pushing the envelope. They've come up with very innovative ideas to bring either the customer voice into their practice, or they've created something new and innovative to engage their associates. And so we really look for companies that are creating those new practices and the best of breeds and bringing those great ideas to everyone else in the organization. So we have gone through a lot of the submissions this year, and I think you're going to see some fabulous, fabulous ideas that you can, again, take back to your organization and replicate. The nice thing about everybody sharing is that it's totally open. It's about sharing. It's about moving your practice forward, and that's why these companies do that, is to showcase what they're doing, but also to allow other folks to capitalize on what they've learned.
I think before we wrap this up, I think we should also mention that all of the presentations, all of our show and tell tables, everything's going to be centered around the 6 core competencies that CXPA has just introduced as part of the CCXP, the Certified Customer Experience Professional. Do either of the two of you want to talk a little bit about what CCXP is and why this will be important at this year's event?
Well, I mean, you know, the CCXP is unique. It's one of a kind. It's the only certification that really centers on the customer experience profession. And it's being offered by CXPA as an independent entity. So there's a lot of, you know, certifications, if you will, out there in the customer experience world that are offered by, you know, vendors and consultants. And you know, they're good. I mean, you certainly get education when you take one of the certification courses, and I've taken a couple myself, so I know kind of from firsthand experience. But there hasn't been one that's an officially recognized industry certification, if you will. So I'm really excited about it. Looking forward to taking the test and passing the test myself.
I will be rooting for you, Carl. So I guess just quickly I would say that the core competencies that our Insight Exchange will be based around include customer-centric culture, CX strategy, customer experience design, innovation and improvement, voice of the customer, metrics and ROI, and we hope that you'll get a great opportunity to come down and join the 3 of us, right, everyone, in Atlanta, and we look forward to seeing you all soon. So thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you in Atlanta May 13th and 14th. For more information, please visit cxpa.org.
Thank you, and see you there.
Thanks. See you all soon.